Many of us are still thawing out from our record-breaking snow, so what can we do to salvage our yards and gardens? Our resident expert, Ciscoe Morris, is here. He's back there with solutions. He's going to come on out. There he is. We're both in red today. Yeah, exactly, doing the shovel. So are our plants going to be okay?
Well, you know, this snow was so heavy, it just beat the living tweedle out of our plants. But there are ways we can fix them. But you know what? The snow saved a lot of our plants.
Really? How's that?
It's like a blanket. So when it covers the ground, even though it got down to like 15 degrees.
But it's warmer underneath.
Those roots stayed warm. So the top might be dead.
Ugh.
But the bottom, you know, that's a test you can do, by the way. You can, like, this is
that's my favorite tool.
hardy fuchsia here.
Yeah.
You scrape the bottom. Mm-hmm. If this were nice and green, I think this is going to come back. But this top is a goner.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So do you just cut things back till you find some liveness?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not going to do it till spring because who knows what Mama Nature has in store.
Good
still,
point.
you know.
Because we thought we were going to get through the whole year without snow, and about that time, here it came.
Oh, that was terrible.
So how do we get started, like things that we need to do now to make sure that everything's all right?
Well, I think if we could show some of those pictures I brought, I don't know.
Very good.
So, okay, this is a friend of mine. That's how beautiful it was
Yes,
this summer. Now the next picture will show that centerpiece.
Oh.
And she wrote me and said, is this going to survive? And I just went, rip that out.
Yeah, that one's gone.
Sometimes you got to give up. But we have some other pictures
all right,
that'll show
we'll roll forward.
So this is perfect. This is a really cool Japanese yew in my garden.
Oh, that's right. I love those trees.
But what's happening, all that heavy snow is bending it way down. Mm-hmm. It'll stay like that if I don't get that snow off. So I need to get that weight off it right away.
Okay.
It'll bounce back up. But if I wait and don't do it till it melts, it's going to be too late.
All right.
This is one of Mary's best plants right there.
Uh-oh.
Now, you could put a stake in there to hold it up, but in my opinion, it's best just cut that off to where there's a branch. And
let it come back.
It'll
when it
come
gets
back,
warmer.
you know.
Right.
So, and what we're really looking at is that hedge with that arborvitae branch going to the left there. So people put that up, and you could put like bird netting around it to tie it all together. But if it were me, I'd just go ahead and chop it off. But when you chop it off, you want to make sure you cut to where there's a branch. So this thing, this was on that same hedge. It looks like this. So if you
hold on to it?
Yeah. So if you make the cut right here, what it'll do is that'll snap back up.
Okay.
And
so
then
just cut down to there.
It'll fill back in. It'll take about 10 years, but it'll look great someday.
Committed. Now, this fascinates me. What happened here?
This is my hardy banana.
Yeah. It looks like it's had better days.
But you know what? That's only the very top of the thing, but it looks so ugly right now. You can't believe it. But I can't cut it down yet. But when I do cut it right to the ground, it'll come back. It'll be 12 feet tall. But you know what's bad? So this is all that's in a banana is rolled up banana leaves. There's no stem. And when I cut the bottom, it's this deep. That is going to stink so bad. All that dead tissue. Woo-wee.
But it'll come back.
It'll come back, though. It's worth it. I won't get bananas this year,
So
though.
let's talk about, you go out there and you see things and they look a little crispy like this. Do you just cut the crispy parts off?
Well, here's the second thing. The snow did this.
It broke a lot of branches.
Broke it.
Yeah.
So what you got to do is really, if you can hold that thing.
I will. I'll get my fingers out of the way.
Hold it up here because I'll cut it down here.
There we go.
What you got to do is cut to where there's a good branch.
Alrighty. So that's the good part.
So yeah, now this will, in theory, grow back. But again, you better do the test because, that looks good.
Okay.
We could show people.
So it looks live and there's a little green to it.
So this guy's going to come back.
Okay. We don't have to worry about that one. That's a good test. Just scrape down there.
Great test.
If it's not, can you cut things all the way down to the bottom and just hope for the best?
You can, but you better wait till spring to do it. But
now you mentioned getting the snow off things like your yew tree. Do you just go out there and knock it off with your hands? Do you use a broom? How do you? Okay.
I almost always use a broom, and it works pretty darn good. It's funny because I saw my neighbor out trying to knock snow off a palm tree they had, You've never seen so much snow land on someone's head?
Oh no, that's not easy.
It's so funny.
That is not easy. Now, what about the snow that's around people's roots and it's just kind of sitting there around the plants? Leave it alone?
I'd leave it. And if we get another big cold snap, that'll protect those roots. You're probably going to lose the top. See, this is one of Mary's prize trees. It's called a razzleberry, and the leaves turn real red, and it gets really pretty flowers. Yeah. But a couple of years ago, or some years ago, when we had really cold weather, this died right to the ground. You know, so we did tests, and actually I've been testing that. You can see how white that is.
Yep.
This is going to all die.
Oh.
But
is she very sad?
Well, no, because she knows she'll be able to cut it right to the ground.
It'll come back.
This is one that comes back. Here's the problem. You cut them right to the ground, and, you know, no one knows if this is going to come back or not. It could take till July before it starts growing again. But
you know, at least you can give it a try if you want to. We have another picture we wanted to show everybody in case they've got something going like this.
So this is my neighbor's tree.
Your neighbors had bad luck.
Oh my gosh! And so this is a flowering plum. And I came out there and he goes, "What do you think about this? If you want to cut that big thing off and save that tree, you have to cut way down to where that big branch comes out."
Okay, all the way down in the V.
And so the question I asked him, how much do you like this tree? Because it's gonna send out 1 million sprouts. You're gonna get decay where that big break went.
Right.
It might be better if you're not really locked into that tree to replace it. And there's so many great other ones you could do.
And he can come over and get advice from you anytime.
Yeah, that's
Is there
true.
anything we should be doing to protect for if we have another round of this snow? Should we be doing anything?
Well, you know
netting,
what?
any of that stuff?
This shrub wouldn't have broke if I would have got out there with my broom and knocked that doggone snow out. But it was too cold. You know?
I know, it was really cold and wet, too, so it's hard to motivate yourself.
Yeah, it was
but
pretty
we can do that if we feel like it, at least around the top. We don't move anything at the top.
Yeah, that works perfect.
All right, stay warm out there.
Hey, I will. You too.
Oh, I needed to ask you one other thing. Why does this have this stuff in it?
So if, let's say, a lot of times trees, they break right at where they branch out like this if they both go up. So it splits right down the middle.
Yeah.
So you can get some long bolts and get some nuts.
Together?
And you bolt it together. You got to have washers on there. I've done this a number of times where trees have split.
That's so cool.
You got to have strong people hold them together real well. And you don't drill in a straight line. You got to kind of offset them like here. And then in 10 years, you can't even find the bolts. The tree grows right over it.
That is a good tree story to have.
You got to do it right away. Don't wait too long.
Get out there now. Don't even finish the show. Just run outside.